Hi, Juno.
How are you?
I'm good. Were you able to read this book?
Yes,
You did? Oh my God. I was like speechless. Like, I didn't know the smallest things could contain this much wisdom or like this much meaning. I was like, really? Wow.
That is so true. It's like that famous saying where often everything hidden in plain sight.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Hidden
God.
in
That makes
plain
so
sight.
much sense.
Because
Oh my God.
even like for myself and or just like a Christianity or like spirituality as a whole, we have this tendency to that if God asks us to do the most dramatic of things or the most hardest of the hardship struggles, we could do it.
Yeah.
But He asks you, okay, 5 minutes, get it off the phone. Oh my God, that is so hard to do.
I know,
just-
right?
It's the book really, it's the same way in this book too, the wisdom that often what we listen and what we forget and
I know, right?
skip over in those simple words is the most depth or wisdom is doing. And
I
this
know,
book
right?
does a really good job of giving a deep analysis into each of these words.
I know. What struck me the most was there is a paragraph which talks about surrendering, okay? I feel like as a youth of today, it's like surrendering to your parents or to your adults. Like it's the most hardest things to do. Like because of the cultural differences, the generational gap, it's just making it so hard to be like obedient towards everyone, you know, towards our adults, especially our parents. It's really hard.
Yeah, in this book, if there's on page number 48, it talks about that we must surrender to this cleansing and allow Christ to purify us. As you mentioned, it's hard because I can easily vocalize the word surrender. Okay, Jesus, I surrender this, or Jesus, I surrender my life. But for me, it's really hard. Like, especially not just me. I feel like it's something that everyone faces. Like, it's hard for us to, internalize that word because we're kind of like bombarded with that word. Oh, you must surrender this. You must surrender this. You must surrender it. But like, what is surrender, right? How do we fully implant that into our life?
We can just vocalize it, but it's so hard to internalize it, you know?
It's like, it's hard. And this book, especially that chapter 13, it talks about the idea of God is love and love kneeling down.
Oh yeah, kneeling
God
down.
kneeling down. Especially in the theme, the reflection is from John 13, the washing of the feet.
Yeah. I feel like every Holy Thursday we hear about Jesus kneeling down before his disciples, but then we don't really think the seriousness of that situation, you know, like he's the creator of the universe, he's the God Almighty. Him to kneel down, bend down and wash the feet of the disciples, it's like, I feel like it's the ultimate act of humility, if that makes sense. Yeah.
To build up the same like that, in this expanded like the story, when I was reading that, especially that journey of Jesus kneeling down and washing the feet, one key thing or the image that struck to my head was I can visualize washing of hands. Washing of hands, for example, if I was washing them, I just have to stand up and do it.
Yeah.
But to wash the feet, you have to like bend down and get to the ground. And that is just like, even in the story itself, like St. Peter, when St. Peter initially refused, okay, Lord, I'm not worthy for you to like wash my feet. But when God explains it and he says, okay, Jesus, don't just wash my feet, but wash my hands and head too. But like Jesus said that for someone who has just gotten out of a shower or like in a sense, their feet is the one that is most dirty.
Yeah.
So like, for God to come down and just these are things like you mentioned, these are just things that we often see, like we see it in Holy Thursday, we hear it read, we know the stories, but we don't give much thought to it because these are just kind of like stuff that we take for granted. It's just like, okay, we hear it, it's a story, yes, it happened, but like, what does it mean? Like, how far can it go? Like, and to building off top of it, it's just like, this book makes a good connection. It was like, when I read it, it was like, oh, it's right there.
Oh yeah.
How did I never make this?
Yeah, we never made those connections. It's like it was right there, right? Like we could have.
It's right there, and like especially in this humility, just talking about like, it says that in essence, like the Gospel of St. John is what's been highlighted here, that elaborates, especially that washing of the event shows how the Holy Eucharist becomes life through the acts of service, and how in an essence of that, Jesus washing that feet is kind of St. John teaching us about the Eucharistic gesture.
I know.
And I mean, he is God.
I know.
And if I was, let's say if I was in that position, like, okay, I get God is humble, God is the whole like just and merciful, but like, he could have taken any form.
Yeah, any form.
Right?
Yeah.
Any form. Like, he could have taken like some glorified, magnificent form for us to, to be the whole Eucharist. But like, what does he do?
He just took form of a bread. We can't even call it bread.
Exactly.
It's thin. It's so thin. And, yeah.
It's so ordinary. It's so thin. And like, he takes that form.
I know.
And that whole journey and that whole purpose, it's always there. But we're not seeing it. We're not being really understanding, or we're not giving much thought to it.
Okay. Oh, I feel like he gave the answer to that question in the book. Like, it's in chapter 13 where he talks about leaving the kneeling low. He talks about 3 specific factors: patience, listening, and forgiveness. I feel like in today's day-to-day life, patience is a virtue that's like hard to follow. Like, how in this day, like everything is instant, like instant noodles, instant rice, everything is instant, right? I feel like patience is something we always tend to forget in this day,
It's often the virtue, like you mentioned, that is really hard to live out. Like, we can take Wi-Fi for example.
Oh, yeah.
Like a 10-second delay, 20-second delay. God, I get really impatient. And it's just like, how do we live out that patience?
I know, it's really hard.
It's like, even if you think about it, like I can think about it as a youth in a sense that, okay, the world that Jesus lived in and the world that I'm growing up in, the circumstances and the situations are different. So even though Jesus, for example, Jesus is not someone who preached by his word, he lived by his example. Because in the book, it mentions how every act of Jesus was an act of service, an act of love, self-giving love. And that patience, like you mentioned, like, how is that done? How can there be a patience in my, like, how do I implant it? And it's like profound in a sense that often it's the same idea that we can connect back to our immigrant situation, where we're growing up, what's our identity. And often just having that willingness to be taking that step back, and we can also connect it back to the second point of that, like listening, that lending of ear. And this is like in like one of the, if you remember, the personal acts of prayer, like the personal prayer, like the acts. So we have the adoration and awareness, the confession, thanksgiving, supplication, and the silence. Supplication is always going to be there. Okay, Jesus, I want this. Jesus, I want that. It's always there.
Yeah, it's always
awareness, adoration. Yes, it's an on and off thing. Confession, we do it, and thanksgiving. Okay, once in a while we might say thank you, but we often skip out on the silence. And I feel like maybe the way that we can grow in patience is maybe just implanting that 5 minutes of silence. And even when it comes to listening, we have a tendency to speak out. Okay, when my parents says this, okay, I cannot do this. No, you got it wrong. You don't know the Canadian culture. You don't know what you're doing. But having that patience, that silence, okay, 5 minutes, okay, 2 seconds before I'm speaking, I'm just going to take a silence. Okay.
I feel like silence is the most hard thing to do, because like everywhere now there's sound, like everywhere. Our phone is full time on, we are scrolling through reels. It's like the sound is everywhere. I feel like patience from that, it's like really hard. We should build on that. We should really build.
And like as mentioned here, that to have that willingness to wait in the form of kneeling. And when I read that sentence, the idea that's coming to me, it's not that we have to kneel down like in a physical, but like symbolically in every area of our life. It could be education, it could be work, it could be within our family, our friend circle, like having that patience, like that, okay, I'm going to take a step back. Okay, having that willingness to stay silent. Even if you go back to Jesus in the way of the cross, in front of Herod and Pilate, Jesus stayed silent. So I feel like that could be a good, like something that we can implant in our own life. I'm not going to say it's going to be instant. It's not going to be hard, but like just every time you wake up, you don't have to be the first thing you go, you scroll on your phone and be like, hey, this is happening so-and-so, blah, 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 so much. It's like, it's not that. It's just like, okay, I'm going to put the phone away for 5 minutes and just be there. And I feel like that is
being
really
present in the moment.
It's really good. And it especially even if you're like a marriage, it talks about like spouses in like a marriage situation.
Okay.
Just having the willingness to be patiently listening to them. Because we have the tendency to put ourselves, oh, I need to do this. Okay, you're not hearing me. I have to make myself correct.
But
you know, you have to have that listening skill. And you want to...
Yeah, I didn't read the whole book. I just read some parts of it, and it's really good. Like, I feel like it just gave me so much more idea of what we are following. Like, I feel like in this day-to-day life, we are just it's like a tradition that we are following Christianity. It's more like what our parents passed down to us. You know, it doesn't have to have it more. So many of our people in our age, I feel like they all believe just because their parents has to have some testimony, or like, you know, they just believe what everyone around them do, right? So I feel like this book gave me some more knowledge on Christianity, and I will continue to read it, and I highly recommend it to all the readers watching, especially the youth.
Oh yeah, just jump in. I forgot to mention one more word: the forgiveness.
You
forgot forgiveness.
Yeah, oh
so
my god.
that is a big thing too. So after patience, once we have built patience, we can build listening.
Yeah.
And once we listen, often is when we listen, we hear, oh my god, okay, maybe I am in the wrong. Okay, and it's like this forgiveness is a big thing. Literally, like the whole, you can sum up like the life of Jesus that before the judgment, before there is justice, God is always merciful. So implanting those small virtues, because God is not asking big things out of our life, and these books make a really good job saying that it's always the smallest act. And I have, like you, I also have not gotten a chance to fully dwell into it, so I'm going to take a time, because each chapter its own is a lesson. It's an in-depth dive, and I'm going to do, like, I'm going to spend some time with it.
We're gonna do it.